Hello and welcome to Whiteland Restorations.
Lewis has been very, very busy since the last episode.
I have.
Would you like to see what he's done?
I can't answer for them. I'm assuming they're all saying yes.
Yes, they would. Look. Ta-da!
Look.
All the glass is back in the car. It actually looks like a real car once again. It's amazing.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing what a bit of glass does.
He's also put the hardware in the doors, haven't you?
No.
No, you haven't.
Well, some of them.
Some of it.
Some of it. I mean, the windy bits are in, and that's about it.
Right.
So don't shut yourself in.
No. Well,
by yourself here.
on my own.
On your own.
Be trapped in the car forever.
Yeah. I mean, I nearly did that earlier.
There's no way you could get your hand in around to go click.
I'd get out somehow.
Right, and so today is a big day.
Today we are going to upgrade the old central locking system. Why are we going to do that?
Well, funnily enough, it's got a lot to do with some biodegradable wiring.
It has, yeah.
Should we go and have a look?
Let's go and have a look.
Now this car came with remote central locking from the factory, which is a nice little...
On the key.
Key, yeah.
Central locking,
You
yeah.
put the key in, you turn it, central locking.
Power locking, as they call it in America.
Power locks.
Yeah.
That's the regulator, isn't it, from the door?
Yeah, nothing wrong with them.
No, nothing wrong with this. Only the wiring is shocking because Volvo, in their infinite wisdom, decided to use biodegradable wiring in the 240.
Yes, they did. And parts of our locking system, when we took it apart, they just crumbled in our hands like
dust, like
dust. Yeah. Like if you touched a dead vampire.
It's just like Avengers when they all got dusted.
Yeah, just like Avengers. Yeah.
And you can see the evidence from this regulator. Look at that. Somebody has already put janky wiring extensions to try and fix the broken stuff. So we're going to rip these out and we're going to replace them and upgrade them to remote central locking. Also means that our lovely black painted keyholes won't get scratched up with the keys. Yeah. So beep beep.
Plus it's called remote central locking is always called, isn't it? So we bought this kit, which was from Amazon. I do believe it was from Amazon.
Link will be in the description.
I reckon it's going to be super easy to fit, very quick.
What did you find out though?
I found out that the bolt spacing there and there is the same as the bolt spacing there and there. So the only thing we'd have to modify, if anything, is the length of this rod.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Did you laugh at saying rod?
I did, yeah.
That is quite a funny word, isn't it? So we've got the beepers, we've got 4 regulators.
4 regulators.
A box.
So regulators galore, a wiring harness.
And 2 fancy fobs. They actually don't feel too cheap and nasty, really.
They're quite straightforward. Simple lock and unlock.
Yeah.
Nothing more than you need. Although now I think I'd have probably bought a trunk release one as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a separate trunk release kit because I don't like putting my key in a lock to unlock the boot. I think that's just so annoying.
First world problems.
First world problems, yeah. So we're going to put this on and have a button in the car. To press the button, pops the boot.
Hidden.
It's
going to be good.
Or we have a kill switch for it. And we put a button under here. Click, pop.
I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I want a hidden button on the inside of the driver's seat, maybe, you know, like old school, or
just on the dash.
Or on the dash.
Yeah.
I mean, if I find a switch that we like, a really funky looking one.
Lovely, that one.
That is not going in the car. I'm sorry.
It's quite a simple kit. It's just on a wire and it folds the wire.
Yeah. In fact,
all you got to do is mount it, really.
It's just
and
a 12 volt.
Does the rest.
So annoyed, isn't it? Of course, the boot is too heavy to pop at the moment as well.
Yeah, I found the gas struts.
Oh, did you?
Today.
Oh, good.
Wherever they are.
So yeah, we're gonna get the central locking working, upgrade it to remote, put the trunk release on, boot release.
Yeah.
And then job's good in.
Yeah, that's about the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got lovely door cards from. Who did we get them from?
We got them from Sledger in Volvo. Yeah. He was breaking up his Mudster.
We got these from him. He sent us these over from Germany land. They are left and right.
What? Send them back.
But the cards are good. The cards are straight and they're solid. and that's a hard thing to find in the UK.
But I will seal the back of these with, I don't know what, I'm going to do some investigating whether to seal them with maybe a water-based varnish or PVA or something, just to...
Varnish?
Varnish.
What's a varnish?
But it's very rare. It's made out of South African killing beetles.
Ooh, nice.
Right then, you ready?
Yeah, so central lock-in.
Crack on with that.
Let's do it. So let's start at the front driver side actuator. That's the most complicated one we have to deal with today. Not only is it the master actuator, it's got more wires, not that that's too difficult. 5 wires, all color coded, fairly straightforward. Yeah, it fits super easy. The PCD lines up, the bolt centers line up, not PCD. And let me show you some of the original wiring as to why we are replacing this. Look at that. This has lost all its shielding. It's horrific. Where's that? That's the bit there. I mean, I can't believe how bad it's got. All those wires were all nested together, all tangled up. I mean, there's 3 or 4 separate wires there. I was just waiting for something to go bad. Terrible. Terrible wiring. Anyway, right, so let's get the actuator in. Right, because this side didn't have an actuator, it just had the sensor to tell it whether it was locked or unlocked. We're going to have to make a pin, a rod, to connect to the actuator, which I have gathered somewhere here. A rod with a loop on it, so we can connect it up. Let me just... So this is the first one. You put this in. This holds the door pin in, like so. So we just need to get this one bent up correctly to come down to loop into that there. So if we just kind of eyeball that, so see if I can't bend it here without a vice. Yeah, we can. There we go. That hopefully is that. Well, let's just give that a test. I'll chop it off fairly, give about 1 centimetre of a... There we go. Hopefully that'll work. It's not anywhere near as complicated as the other side, but let's see if it works anyway. Unlock and lock. That was the most complicated actuator to fit in because it didn't have a rod, and that wasn't too bad to fit, was it? Hopefully all of the door handle gubbins will still miss. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. We might make a few more bends on it. So let's get the door handle gubbins and see if we do need to make some bends. Super easy. Yeah, it's definitely rubbing. What we might have to do is put a bend in that way and then down, so it sort of zigzags around it. Perfect. Everything is now clearing. Moving on to the rear door, this actuator actually goes at the front part of the door rather than the back part of the door like it does on the front door, if that makes any sense to you. So let's start with just screwing it into place. We need the rod to go to there. That's too short. What is that rod? I may have cut the original rod here in the front door, so I made a new one for this door. Let's never speak of this again. Let's never speak of this again. It works. If I can scooch down a bit more. Let's keep scooching. Right.
Scooch.
We're going to do a test. We haven't tested this stuff yet, so we're going to do a test. Leanne is here for a test. She is on...
I didn't want to miss out.
She didn't want to miss out. So this is the new dynamic of the channel. Leanne's going to be on a screen.
Yeah, I'll drop in every now and again just to make sure everything's going all right.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just hooking it up.
It'll be me pushing the button for the first time.
It should be. Just going to hook it up to a battery with a zip tie, cable tie, depending on what country you're in. Right, that's the positive on, the negatives are on. Although these are brown, but they're not negatives, they are indicators.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it flashes the lights as well?
It does, yeah.
Are we going to do that?
Oh, hell yeah. Right, so plugging in. Please don't set on fire. So far so good.
No explosions.
Ready?
Okay. I'm ready. Oh my god, it works!
Unlock.
Unlock.
Unlock. Woo!
Oh,
Can you hear that happy chunky sounds? Let me point
Come on,
you
do it one
in the
more time.
right. And lock.
Oh my god, it even works the right way round.
It does, doesn't it? Unlock. Lock. I mean, that's a momentous occasion for myself. This is a piece of wiring I have done that works.
Car electrics, babes. Car electrics. And they're working.
Auto electrics that work is unheard of. Look. Unlock. Lock.
Brilliant. Made
Good.
up for that. It's going to be so much easier.
It's going to be nice. All we got to do now is route the wires. There seems to be enough of the wire as well to go around the car, which is nice because the E30 didn't. The E30 had, if I hold that there, the E30 didn't have enough wiring. What if I put that there? It's like you're here.
It's like I'm here.
It's like you're here. On this parrot on my shoulder. Brilliant. Remote central locking. How cool is that? That's a super easy mod to your car. This kit is going to be linked on Amazon, like Leanne said, and all the other bits and bobs I use. So, next to do, we've just got to route all the wires and tidy it up a bit. And that's the end of that. Oh no, there isn't. We've got the boot to do. We've got a remote for the boot. So let's tidy these wires up and get on the boot. Moving on to the boot release. You have a solenoid that just does a pull, bracket and some wiring. I mean, it is dead straightforward. Hopefully it's dead straightforward. Let's fit it and see if it is as straightforward as it looks. I discovered that you can unscrew the loop and shorten it, so we can put this in a much more convenient place where all we have to do is drill a couple of holes and mount this solenoid and boom, wiring. Great. Who doesn't love wiring? So, if you can imagine, this is all just roughly mocked up here because these door cards need cleaning. So that's where the handle will go, and the button is right there. So if you listen, how perfect is that? You can't even see it. It's super convenient to get at. Brilliant. I love it. It's brilliant. It's a super easy mod if you want to do this kind of thing. That's the kind of thing we do. Right, so I think that concludes this week's episode, Rusty. Yeah, it does. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I hope it's helped somebody who wanted to fit some remote control locking and a cool boot release. I know nothing's buttoned up perfectly like door cards and stuff, but I'm not quite there ready to fit door cards yet, because we're going to put some, well, we'll start with the wing mirrors aren't on, so they need wiring, and the speakers need wiring. So well, yeah, nothing more to do really. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, where I'm not sure what we're doing, so that'll be interesting. Cheers guys, bye.